So hi guys, welcome to the part 2 of nuclear physics of PMDC syllabus. So firstly, let's read the first question. Henry Becquerel discovered in 1896 in uranium salt. Okay. So in which he discovered that radioactive are spontaneous. What does that mean? That it does not depends upon external factors. Does not depends upon external factors, such as like what are the external factors? External factors are pressure, temperature. So these are the external factors. It is independent of the external pressure. Radioactive is only, so let's read the options. Radioactive is only induced by external force. We know it is independent of the external forces. So yeah, some element naturally emit radiation without external stimulation. This can be the reason. All elements are radioactive? No. Radioactivity is a result of chemical reaction? No. So B is the correct option. Let's move forward. So this question says, when an animal dies, each gram of carbon in its body emits 16 B particles each minute. Mean they are given as an activity. Mean the initial activity. Each gram of the carbon from the same animal remains is found to emit 4 B particles per minute. They have given us the A activity. How old is the animal? Half-life is. So simply what we're gonna do is, like, as we know that activity at the instant point is equals to initial activity bracket 1/2n. So we will gonna find the n first, and the n will be 2. After finding the n 2, we're gonna use the formula T 1/2 multiplied by n to find the T, and it will be 1200. So they are giving us the initial activity and the activity at the instant point and the half-life. So you just have to solve this like with the same formula that we used yesterday. Why does the decay curve get slower as time goes on? So let me show you the graph. It decreases like this. It never becomes zero. It decreases exponentially. So with time, the nucleotides decay. When it starts to decay, there are very small amount of undecayed nuclei remains. Very small amount of undecayed nuclei remains. As you can see in this diagram as well. As the time increases, the number of nucleotide decreases. Number of nucleotide decreases with time. The decay rate increases. No. We know it's like decreasing. There are fewer radioactive nuclei left to decay. Yeah, with time increases, it is decreasing. The number of nuclei to decay decreases with time. The half-life of the substance increases. No. The daughter nuclei start decaying. No. So according to this graph, it shows that there are fewer radioactive nuclei left to decay, because we know that एक तो है ना वो continuously decay होता जा रहा है. Obviously अगर एक ये चीज़ है, ये continuously decay होती जा रही है. After some time जब टाइम बहुत जाए, यहाँ पर देखें, अगर यहाँ पर देखें तो बहुत small amount of left होगा जो decay हो. तो इस वजह से which statement is true for all three types of radioactive alpha particle, beta particle and gamma rays? They are deflected by the electric field? No. They are, as we know that gamma rays does not deflect. No deflection. They are photon. We know that only gamma rays is photon. Let's get this option. They ionize gases. Yeah. Which ionize the most? Alpha, then beta. Then beta, then gamma. So correct option is B. So let's see this question. Here's working. The radioactivity of a certain nucleotide, radioactive element drops to 1/64th of its initial value. Okay, so what's the formula? N So it is 1/64. The radioactive element drops to 1/64 of its initial value. Mean N is equal to N is equal to 1/64 NO. 1/64 NO is equals to NO and 1/2 N. This will be cancelled out and N we will get will be 6. When N will be 6 in 30 seconds, we know that T at that instant point the seconds are 30 and the N we get is 6, so it will be 5. So let me explain it more कि बोल रहे हैं कि जो एलिमेंट है उसकी जो रेडियो एक्टिविटी है वो डिक्रीज हुई है, ड्रॉप हुई है 1/64 ऑफ इट्स इनिशियल वैल्यू, मतलब 1/64 NO will be cancel out and then we will use this formula. उसमें हमें N मिल जाएगा, then हम ये formula use करेंगे, then हमें half life मिल जाएगी. For workers in nuclear facilities or mines, a weekly dose of dash is normally considered safe. It's 1 MSP. Okay, this is one of the good question. What is the respective number of alpha particle emitted in the radioactive decay? So okay, let's 290. That decays to 80 and the 168. So we know that beta particle में कोई भी atomic mass में difference नहीं आता. No difference. सही है। तो अब जो भी इसमें डिफरेंस आएगा, कितना डिफरेंस है, 1, इट विल बी 230, 32 का डिफरेंस है, एंड इट विल बी डिवाइडेड बाय, ओके। अब जो अल्फ़ा है, अल्फ़ा में क्या होता है, A4 इन 2, इसमें हमें बताने है कि हमारे कितने अल्फ़ा पार्टिकल्स इमिट हुए हैं इस नंबर को इस नंबर तक पहुंचाने में। सो 32 डिवाइडेड बाय 4, 1, 8. So the alpha particles that decay will be 8. So the option will be B or D. Let me check the beta particle now. Eight, A4, 2. So we have to balance this equation by adding the beta particle. अब देखते हैं, अब यहाँ पर 90 है, 8 2 ज़ा 16, सही है। और यहाँ पर कितने, 80 + 16 96, यहाँ पर 96 है प्रोटॉन नंबर और यहाँ पर 90 है, तो कितनों का डिफरेंट है, 6 का। तो यहाँ पर 6 बीटा पार्टिकल प्रोड्यूस होंगे टू मेक इट इक्वल। अब समझ आए। अब देखें, यहाँ पर 90 है, यहाँ पर भी 90 है, 80 + 16 + -6 and it would be 90. So the option correct is D. The half-life of a radioactive substance is 6 years. The time taken by 12 gram of the substance to decay completely. Whenever you get a question completely, the half-life will be to the infinity. You have to remember that. जब भी completely की बात आए, तब टाइम जो होगा वो infinity होगा। Elements having number of neutron equal to number of proton lie above 450 line on graph plotted between no. If the n and p are equal, it will be lie on 450 line on graph, not below or above. So option B will be correct option. Various types of cancers are treated by, you have to remember this, so Cobalt 60. So this question is same as the above one. You can just take the working out. Let me solve this. Radium, so the decrement of like atomic mass is by 4 and decrement of atomic number is 2. So it will be, we know that it will be alpha particle decay. Alpha particle produce fluorescence and zinc sulfide, yeah. So it will be all of above. You have to remember this. So this is the most easiest and the beginning question. The number of neutron in the nucleus are so it will be 4 minus 3 equals to 1. Hopefully you like it. Like, comment and subscribe as well. Bye bye.